Hey YouTube, it's BudgetBugout. Well, today I want to talk to you about something that's very close to my heart, and that is emergency supply kits. A lot of y'all know that I am a Red Cross volunteer. One of the things that I do is I go out into the community, tell people what they need to do to be better prepared for an emergency or disaster. I also distribute emergency supply kits as well. So I thought I'd let y'all see what I do to be better prepared. I'll show you the biggest kit that I have. I also have other kits as well, and bug out bags and various things like that, and supplies that are stored up. But as far as one centralized kit, this is my main go-to kit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show y'all what it is. One other thing, real quick though, is I forgot to mention my fireproof safe. That is in the kit. You'll see it. It's wrapped in a white bag, a trash bag, to help make it a little bit more water resistant. But I didn't want to forget that. That's where I keep my important documents, as well as a little bit of cash and credit card and stuff like that. So that is something that I realized that I forgot to cover. But anyways, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so this is my emergency supply kit, and I'll get into this in a little bit. There's my cat. So I have one of them stacked on top of the other. So on top are just items, and on the bottom, other than the cat, is food and water. So one other item that I want to mention is that I keep this little guy next to my emergency supply kit. And this is from the American Red Cross. You can find these at places like Bed Bath & Beyond, camping stores, all sorts of stuff. But what happens is if the power ever goes out, or if it's unplugged, you can this will automatically turn on this flashlight, and then during the day, it will this nightlight will be going on. So plug that back in. All right, so diving right into the kit. In no particular order, over here I got some gloves and a little hat to keep my head warm just in case it's cold. The gloves are great because 50% of all injuries that are caused during a tornado are after a tornado has already passed. So gloves and having sturdy shoes, these things are important, as well as just being careful. And then underneath here I got some more clothes. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, so just in case I don't change it out for winter or whatever, I have some nice warm material, and then other like hats and hoodie, scarf kind of stuff. And then I also have socks and underwear. I got a couple pairs of socks. Got some hand warmers down here. I got some survival blankets, mylar blankets, a couple ponchos for me and my wife, in case it's still raining after whatever event happens. Then here I got just a bunch of different items. I got a belt. Not all of these are necessarily recommended by the Red Cross, so you can make your own, but make it your own. But at least have the basics. We got a couple bags. Got a little. This is the Benchmade Griptilian pocket knife. Little wall ball, just for entertainment. Also have a deck of cards for entertainment. Marker. Got some toiletry types of items in here, like a toothbrush and stuff like that. So I have a tarp. This is 5x7, just in case I want to cover something up or cover myself up. Protect myself from the weather or the cold or whatever. How you doing over there, kitty? Oh, also, in these little corners, I have this little pocket knife, just in case I need to just cut through something real quick. I also have a little lighter, and it's recommended to not light any candles after an emergency. A lot of house fires happen that way, after a disaster, because people are lighting candles all over the room and then forgetting about it or getting caught up with other things. But If you take the proper precautions and go outside and you want to cook a meal or whatever, away from the house, etc., then go for it. I'm not sure what Kitty's doing. Is she hitting her head against the door? Over here I have a little whistle. This is just to get to real quick, just in case I need help. And then also have a little mini flashlight. I know that's kind of a redundancy, but if you lose power, it's good to have several flashlights. And speaking of which, I have the mag light, and this is the LED version, and also just another kind of a cheap flashlight. And they both take the same batteries. And I have those batteries right here. I got plenty of those. Looks like I have 8 of them. And they have new batteries in also. Okay, so in this baggie, I have a NOAA weather radio, which I highly recommend. Every Red Cross brochure dealing with disaster preparedness, as well as FEMA, as well as just anything, will tell you to get a NOAA weather radio, because although it's great to paying attention to the news and stuff, whenever the power goes out, you need to still know what's going on. And then, cell phones, their batteries only last so long, Speaking of which, I also have, it's hard to see it in there because I have it so waterproofed. I don't really have a way to open it, but I also have power cords for both my cell phone and my wife's cell phone, and the emergency weather radio actually charges with USB cables. In the back here I have just the basics. This is basically what you need. It talks about getting a kit, making a plan, and being prepared. This is what I talk about all the time. And then it lists out all the different items that you'll need. And I'll include a link in the description box below of where you can find this PDF. So also have a map of the area, actually a couple maps. Attached to it I have a little flashlight, of course. You never have too many flashlights, and a little compass to kind of help you with directions. Also, something I thought was cool is you can stick this in your window. Either that you're okay or help. I blocked the local area that I got this from, but you can contact your emergency management office, your local emergency management office, to get things like that, or get in contact with the Red Cross. We have a lot of stuff that we talk about, and like I said, this is a kit that I've made that has all the basics that the Red Cross recommends. I'm not telling you to buy all these things. I'm just telling you what I've done. I think everyone kind of understands that. Right in here I have a clean canteen, and this also has some water purification tablets stuffed in it, and on the inside I have the life straw to help filter water. And I have this is I don't remember how to, Sawyer. It has a water filter inside of it already. And I have a little fire extinguisher in it as well, just in case, And fires happen more often than any other natural disaster combined, so you should always be prepared for fires. Little fire bar, moving stuff, after the fact. Also, I'll have I got some bivvies here. This is to keep you warm a little bit more. And this little guy, you can use the burners over there in the corner. Light those up, and then you can boil water or whatever, heat food or whatever. And then this guy, he just uses a big boy. Uses the same batteries as the other things. And then pops open. This is a little lantern by Coleman. Got this on sale at Target. I'm pretty sure that's most everything. This little rope. There's also blankets in there. There's 2 things of blankets. One of them is a poncho. Pretty sure that pretty much covers everything. Okay, so that was everything on top. This is the bottom tub, and in here we have some ramen noodles. Got some little chopsticks, and then a little cup, and I'll show you. I have a bowl inside here. As well as some other food items. We got some gallons of water here, and then underneath even that, we got a big thing of bottled water. The Red Cross recommends 1 gallon per person per day. So keep that in mind whenever you're building these kits. Have plenty of water. And then I have lots of different trail mixes here. And then underneath the trail mix, I got some Cliff Bars. And then over here, wanting attention right now, is my it's raw honey. This thing's will last a while, and this is great for allergies too. Okay, so inside this bag here, we have this bunch of different things. And here's the bowl that I was referring to. Just put a couple different snack items in here. This isn't the main course by any means. Just a couple different things in here, and I just keep that in the bowl, make it easy to find. And then in here, I have a multitude of different things. I have several MREs. You can see all the MREs that I have in there, and I have almonds, and I have more Cliff Bars in here, and like trail mixes and granola bars and things like that. And one last thing that I forgot to mention is that with the water bottles, I also have emergency, which helps to make the water taste good, but it also helps, you know, gives you some vitamins, help boost your immunity. And I got these things too, make it taste good and give you some nutrients. Okay, so that's everything I keep in the bottom tub. Isn't that right, kitty? Kitty. Alright guys, thanks for watching. A couple of things that I also forgot to mention is that I have a bunch of wet wipes too in there, you know, which is basically the equivalent of toilet paper for those of you who are not refined. But have those in there, as well as emergency contact number sheet also is in my fireproof safe. These things I just realized I forgot to mention. There might be other things too. But anyways, hopefully you guys learned something. And if you want to share or comment or whatever, feel free to do that. I'll be sure to answer any kind of questions that y'all have. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. You know, doing a giveaway for just a little starter kit. I might take out the water just to save on shipping. Besides, you'd have to add more water to the starter kit anyways. But I was thinking about just kind of assembling a kit and doing a giveaway. I'm not sure when I'll be doing that or anything, but I'm also going to add the items from the small channel giveaway that I haven't done into this emergency supply kit. So look for that in the near future. Probably be on my channel sometime in the next month or two. But anyways, hopefully y'all learned something. Like I said, y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. Take care.